Hey y'all, this is Sierra. I am recording this video because I'm not sure if all of you saw it on Periscope or Meerkat, and I had gotten a lot of messages from people asking me to tell this story. It's a lot to type, and mostly if I'm communicating anything, I'm writing it, but I don't know, I felt like we should talk about it. I already have actually on my Periscope and my Meerkat, but those broadcasts expire. But this is a story of the time, which was actually this weekend, that I accompanied a fellow journalist to Bruce, Mississippi, to help alert a black woman that her next door neighbor was Imperial Wizard of the North Mississippi chapter of the Ku Klux Klan. So this is probably one of the strangest things that's probably ever happened to me. But anyway, a journalist from The Guardian, his name is Matthew Teague. He's a native Mississippian. He was in Oxford. He was hanging out with some cool people that I know, and they put him in touch with me regarding his story, which is originally about the Confederate flag and its placement amidst Mississippi's state flag, and all this great stuff about how America is seemingly fed up with racist imagery and is trying to remove it. And he got my number. Well, he found me on Twitter. We went to go eat lunch. We spoke at length about racism. It was really rainy out, but we tried to go on campus, tried to talk to the Student Media Center and tried to talk to the School of Journalism, but it was Friday and I figured everything was closed for the 4th of July. But we're sitting in the parking lot and he tells me about he asked me if I've ever been to Bruce, Mississippi, and I haven't. I don't do anything in North Mississippi. Except go to school here. So he asked me if I'd ever gone because he, in preparation for his story, or to get some more color, I guess, or I don't know, he wanted to get in touch or wanted to learn about the Ku Klux Klan. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to look them up, but they're super able to be Googled. You can type in North Mississippi chapter of the Ku Klux Klan, and their website shows up. They are the Mississippi White Knights, I believe. And they they're obviously really competitive. Like, their purpose statement says, "I, on behalf of the Mississippi White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, would like to proclaim that we will shun all clandestine orders using the name Ku Klux Klan or the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. These groups pop up out of nowhere, having no knowledge of traditional Klan craft." Like, that's an actual word with like K. Like, seriously, it's like anyway. But yet they use the name of the sacred order for their benefit. I beseech all traditional Klansmen to shun these impostors at all times as men and Klansmen. So these people are on the internet. They're serious. Their website looks like something that you would probably get like a D for in like a high school computer class. It's got like a lot of rude shit on it about Obama and black people, and and we were asked to remember the Alamo. But you can also ask this website for the email address of the Imperial Wizard of the Mississippi White Knights. And if you click on it like I'm doing now, let's see if it'll show up. Yeah, email the Imperial Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. You can click on it. And it was really funny because what Matthew said was when he looked at it, it didn't take him to like imperialwiz@gmail.com, but gdannyor@yahoo.com. And I don't know if the more offensive part is that he has a Yahoo email or that like he's in the Klan. Like, I don't know. But yeah, if you click on it, it tells you exactly who he is. Well, okay, this might be a bad idea, but gdannyor@yahoo.com. And so Matthew, like anybody with any sort of basic computer knowledge, got on Miss Google and typed in the name Danny Orr, and he got Daniel Orr, his address, which is in Bruce, Mississippi, and he went there. So he travels to Bruce, and he gets near to where this person lives, and I had actually gone with him the next day because we drove back there together, but basically, they live in sort of this area with like maybe 6 or 7 different houses in which different people live. And when he gets there, you kind of go up a hill, and he saw a black woman coming down the hill. And he said, "Excuse me," when he like whipped up in there. He rolled down his window and he asked her, "Do you know Daniel Orr, like the guy in the Klan?" And she goes, "Danny? Danny's not in the Klan, but his house is," I don't know, I guess she gestured, because when we went there, like his house and her house are literally like a frisbee throw apart. But apparently she called ahead to Danny's wife and said, "There's someone looking for your husband," and he says that Danny's in the Klan. And apparently the woman, completely denies this to this black woman. I'm going to call the black woman Stacy. But she completely denies this to Stacy. She's like, "I've been married to him for 13 years. If you're in the Klan," well, bitch, I would have guessed it by now, or something. That's basically the gist of what he said, but what she said. But it got different when she got to speak to Matthew, because she told him, "Why did you tell these people that my husband was in the Klan?" And according to Matthew, also said, "Because they're black people. They don't have the internet. They don't know how to use it." Right? I guess she's never heard of Black Twitter. But anyway, so this woman obviously knows that her husband's in the Klan for the 13 long years that they've been together, right? So basically that's what he tells me as we're in the parking lot right here in the Oxford campus, and he's like, "So, do you want to go with me to find this woman again?" And honestly, when I think of the Ku Klux Klan, I do think of a violent terrorist group, because that's what they are. Their whole their whole belief system is one that's violent to every identity that's not white, straight, Christian, and I can probably safely say male. I definitely wouldn't call the Ku Klux Klan like a group of feminists or anything like that. I don't know if gender equality comes beneath those robes or anything, but yeah, it's not like a really flexible place for identity, right? So of course I'm a little freaked out, but then I kind of think about how metal it would be, so I say sure. So we drive, and we get there, and we get to this compound, and Danny's truck, because of course he would drive a truck, is not outside his home, but we do end up finding the home of the black woman that he had encountered yesterday. And Stacy is gorgeous. She's beautiful. Her skin is beautiful. Her hair is beautiful. Her 2 small children are beautiful. But what was so ugly was when we actually proved to her that her neighbors were who Matthew had found out that they were, and her face just crumpled. She was so hurt, and she actually said, "Danny's wife is someone to whom I'm close. She's my friend. She has been there for my children. When I've been at work, she has been so kind to me. She has been in my house. She's always at my house. She's at my mother's house." And all I can think is how I'm black, obviously, but I can't imagine how it must feel to know that someone to whom you've been so close, is posted up with the Imperial Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, knows this about her husband, and yet has allowed herself to become a part of your life, allowed you to become part of hers. And Stacy was really, really hurt. She cried. And I don't know, I started giving her daughter like Skittles and talking about like Anna and Elsa, like what do you do in that situation, But we asked her, "Would you have wanted to know?" And she goes, "Yeah, I would want to know." But the crazy thing was that she told us that she probably wouldn't end up treating her neighbor any differently. She said if her behavior towards her didn't change, then she didn't see why her behavior should in turn change either. Because you think about it, it's not like you know, you're settled into your home and you find out your neighbor is a Klansman and houses cost money. It's not like all of a sudden you just get up and you move, you know? So it was crazy. It was intense, but we spoke to her and she was lovely and she held on to her beautiful kids as we left. And then Matthew parks me across the street from Danny's house and says, I'm about to go up here. Do you want to go with me? And I didn't figure that it would be within my best interest probably to encounter a Klansman face to face. At least like the recognized enemy, you know. But he goes up to their door and I see someone opens the door for him and it's Danny's wife, and she says, he's mad. You wouldn't want to talk to him when he's mad. It's best for you to just leave. And that's what he did. And he got back in his Jeep. And we zipped back to Oxford. And that's the story. But mostly, y'all, it's just insane to think about, you know? And I guess this is my very first YouTube video. If you guys want to have some public discourse, what would you do if you found out there was a Klansman next door? What would you think? What would you say? What would you do? Because honestly, this happened on Friday, but it's still like a totally sort of heart-twisting experience. It's crazy to think about. So you guys, I'm going to put the link to the Guardian piece in which I'm quoted below. Just for the record, I did not instantly gather up some friends to go protest the flag on the 4th of July, although that is something that that's another conversation, my feelings about the flag and protest and things about it. But yeah, that's what happened. So I'm going to put a link to the Guardian piece below. I'm also going to put yeah, I'm going to put that below. But yeah, you guys, tell me what you think. If there were a Klansman next door, what would you do? What would you say? How would you react? I'm interested in knowing. But thanks, y'all. And feel free to subscribe to me. I guess I'm going to start doing a YouTube thing more. So thanks for watching. Bye.